Morning students. So today we are going to see about the punctuations. Okay. So what is a punctuation? Punctuation is a set of signs used to distinguish between a different parts of a sentence. So it is a sign. It is used to distinguish. That is, it is used to differentiate between a different part of a sentence. It helps make the meaning of a sentence clear. Okay, it helps us to make the meaning of a sentence more clearer. Okay, and punctuations is used to create sense, clarity and stress in a sentence. So this is the main important one. The punctuation. What is the use of punctuation? They can create a sense, clarity and a stress in a sentence. And also a punctuation show how the sentence should be read. Okay, how we have to read the sentence and makes the meaning more clearer. Okay, so this is a usage of a punctuation. Now students, what are the punctuations you come across? Can you tell me the names? What are they? Now I will tell you some of the punctuations. They are full stop, comma, colon, semicolon, question mark, exclamation mark, slash, apostrophe, quotation mark, hyphen. So these are, we are having a lot of punctuations. Okay. So in today's class we are going to see about these punctuation only. That is capital letter, full stop, exclamation mark, question mark, comma, semicolon, colon. Okay, these punctuation marks only we are going to discuss in today's class. Okay, now students observe this symbol also. What is the symbol of full stop? It is the symbol of exclamation mark is this, the symbol of question mark this, and the symbol of comma is this, and the symbol of semicolon is this one, and the symbol of colon is this one. So you have to see to the symbols also. Okay, now students, now take your book, page number 108. So let us revise the different punctuation mark and their function. So we are going to discuss the different type of punctuation and also their functions also. Okay, first one is what? It is a capital letter. Okay, capital letter is used to begin a sentence. We all know that for beginning a sentence we have to use a capital letter. See, for example, he is studying for his test tomorrow. Here, he, which comes at the beginning, so you have to put a capital letter, he. H is the capital letter. Next one, to begin a proper noun like a names of a person, places, rivers, mountains, roads, festivals, holiday, nationalities and languages. For these, we have to use the capital letter. Okay, you have to see to the people, places, river, mountain, like that they are given. No, you have to see to these words for your reference. For these, in these places, you have to use the capital letter. See, for example, Charles is an American. He can speak English as well as Spanish. He has come to climb Mount Everest. Okay, now see in which are the place they are given a capital letter. See to that also. Okay. And next one, to begin the names of a days of a week and months of the year. Okay, days of the weeks, it is months and a year. For this also you have to use the capital letter. Father's Day is usually celebrated on the third Sunday of June. Okay, for the week, for the month, for the year, you have to use the capital letter. And see the next one, to begin titles of stories, books, magazines, newspaper, etc. Okay, for the title of the book, title of the story, so in this place you have to use the capital letter. The Lion King was published in the June editions of Champak. Okay, now if you are telling the title of the book or the title of the story name, books or magazines or the newspaper, for example the Hindu, if you are telling means in that place you have to use the capital letters. Next one, to write the pronoun I. For writing the pronoun I, you have to use the capital letter only. We should not write a small I. This I you should not write. Okay, it's wrong. You have to use a capital I only. So this is the correct one. See the next one, for titles when used with names. For their, if they are giving the title like a doctor, Mr., Mrs., in that place you have to use the capital letter. Okay, Dr. Singh is renowned surgeon in the town. Here they are giving the title doctor. So here you have to write D as the capital letter only. Then Mrs. Malhotra went to the market to buy a groceries. So here M, Mrs. Okay, you have to put a capital M only. Okay, now in these places you have to put a capital letters. Okay, students, are you clear with this? You have to remember in which are the places we have to use the capital letter, like that you have to remember always. See the next one, full stop. Okay, what's the next punctuation mark? Full stop. See the symbol of full stop. Okay, a full stop is used at the end of a declarative or the imperative sentences to provide a long pause. Why we are using the full stop? To provide the long pause. Okay, it is the end of this sentence. For that you have to put a full stop there. It's a long pause. Okay, switch off the television. Okay, switch off the television. Here the statement is end. So you have to put a full stop. Okay, switch off the television. You all know we all keep a full stop at the end of a sentence. Okay, see the next one, question mark. What is the symbol of question mark? See, this is a symbol of the question mark. A question mark is used at the end of an interrogative sentence. Okay, interrogative sentence means they always ask a question. For the interrogative sentence, it always ends with the question mark only. Okay, which ask a direct question. For example, which school do you attend? If you are asking the question, at the end of the sentence you have to put a question mark. Okay, then after a question tag. Okay, so already know a question tag. So at the end of the question tag you have to put a question mark. See, for example, the maid has cooked the food. Hasn't she? So after C you have to put a question mark. We have already learned that, no? So for the interrogative sentence you have to put a question mark. Then after a question tag you have to put a question mark. Okay. And the next punctuation mark is exclamation mark. See the symbol of exclamation mark. So this is a symbol of the exclamation mark. Okay. And exclamation mark is used at the end of an exclamatory sentences. Okay. ஆச்சரியமா இருக்குறதுக்கு we can use this exclamation mark. Okay. Or after an interjection. We all studied about the interjection. For the interjection and for the exclamation sentence you have to put the exclamatory mark. Okay, to express a strong emotion. Okay, so in which place we have to use the exclamation mark? For the exclamation sentence. Okay, ஆச்சரியமா இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு சென்டென்ஸ்க்கு. Then for the interjection. So after the interjection, so we have studied a lot of interjection words, no? Hope you all remember that. So after the interjection you have to put a exclamation mark. Okay, to express a strong emotion. See, for example, oh no, I forgot to pay the electricity bill. Oh no, have to put a exclamation mark. You are telling it is in the very surprising manner. Okay, oh no, I forgot to pay the electricity bill. See the next one, how beautifully she dances. So this sentence, it is giving a very surprising one. Okay, how beautifully she dances. So it is this sentence is giving the very exclamation, very surprising manner. So at the end, so this is an exclamatory sentence. So at the end you have to put a exclamation mark. Next punctuation mark is the exclamation mark. Now see, this is a symbol of the exclamation mark. An exclamation mark is used at the end of an exclamatory sentence or after an interjection. Okay, so we have studied a lot of interjections words, no? So you can refer to that. So after the interjection you have to put a exclamation mark to express a strong emotions. Okay, so we use exclamation mark at the end of the exclamatory sentences and also after an interjection. Say for example, how beautifully she dances. So it is a exclamatory sentence. Okay, so at the end you have to put the exclamatory mark. Okay, see the next one, oh no, I forgot to pay the electricity bill. Oh no, so it's an interjection. So after the interjection you have to put the exclamation mark. Okay, see the next one, comma. Okay, so this is a symbol of comma. Okay, a comma is used to separate words or a group of words in a sentence. So in a sentence, if you want to separate a word or a group of word, means you have to put a comma. We already do this, no? To separate a word, we use as the comma. See the next one, to separate adjective of the same type in a sentence. So in a sentence, if they are given the two adjective means what? It describes the noun. Okay. So if they are given the two adjective means, at that place you have to put a comma. Okay. Seema is strong, intelligent girl. Here strong is an adjective and intelligent is another one adjective. Okay. So in between you have to put a comma. Okay. To separate adjective of the same type in a sentence. See the next one. After words that introduces a sentence like yes, no, why, oh. So after these words you have to put a comma. What are the words? So after yes, after no, after why and after oh. Okay. So after these words you have to put the comma. Okay. See for example, after yes, after no, after why and after oh. So at this place you have to put a comma. Okay. See the next one. Before a question tag. We all know before a question tag you have to put a comma. Naina is sad. Isn't she? See how they are putting. So before a question word they are putting a comma. See the next one. Before a dialogue, to separate a reported speech from the direct speech. So we have already learned the reported speech, right? That is direct speech and indirect speech, no? So in this place we have to use a comma. So before a dialogue, that is to separate a direct speech and indirect speech, we have to put a comma. Rahim said, I have never been to Mumbai. Okay. So here after said you have to put a comma. Okay. So before a dialogue, when you are starting a dialogue, before that you have to put a comma as is in the direct and the indirect speech. See the next one, between the days of a month and the year. Okay. Between the days of a month and the year. See for example, Poonam was born on June 5, 1998. So between the days and month and year. See for example, June 5, after that you have to put a comma, 1998, like this only you have to write. Okay. So between the day of a month and the year, day of a month and the year, in between you have to put a comma. Okay. See the next one, between the names of a city and the state it belonged to. Okay. So we have to put a comma in the name of a state and the city it belonged to. Rahav lives in Kanpur, Uttarakhand. So Kanpur and Uttarakhand, in between the city and in the state name you have to put a comma. City and the state it belonged to. In that place you have to put a comma. Okay, see the next one. Between an independent class and a dependent class. Okay, you have already studied about independent class and the dependent class. So in between that two class you have to put a comma. See the next one. Between two independent classes when they are joined by the coordinating conjunction. So when the two independent class they are joined by the coordinating conjunction. So can you tell me what type of sentence it is? So it is a compound sentence. So we have already learned now simple, compound and complex. In that, so this is a compound sentence. Okay, when a two independent class are joined by the coordinating conjunction, it is called as compound sentences. For the compound sentences you have to use a comma. See for example, I submitted the assignment but the teacher suggested some more changes. So here what's the conjunction here? But is the coordinating conjunction. So at this place we have to use a comma. Okay, students, you have to see to this rules for the comma. Okay, so they are giving the function of comma. They are giving several information. You have to remember these. Okay. See the next one. The next punctuation mark is the semicolon. See here, this is a symbol of the semicolon. You just observe it. This is the symbol. Okay. A semicolon indicates a pause of a great importance than the comma. So it has the semicolon is a long pause than a comma, but less than the full stop. It is used to separate words or phrase in the list that already contains the comma. Okay. In a list, it is used to separate the word that's already contains a comma. See, for example, what example they are given? Meghna has to send invitation card to her friends in Dehradun, then Uttarakhand, put a semicolon, Gangtok, comma, Sikkim, and Mangalore, Karnataka. Now see here students, so here they are given a list, okay, list. In that we have to separate a words that already has the comma. So in this they are having a comma, that is Dehradun, comma, Gangtok, comma. So you have to add the semicolon also. You have to write like this. It is comma, semicolon, comma, semicolon. Okay. And you have to put the Mangalore, comma, and Karnataka. Like this pattern only you have to write. So in a list, to separate the words that already they are having a comma. If they are having a lot of comma, okay, in a list, if you are having a several commas means, so at that place we can use this semicolon, like 1 comma 1 semicolon, 1 comma 1 semicolon, like this we have to use. Okay. See the next one, to separate class where the conjunctions is omitted. Okay, it is used to separate the class in that the conjunction is omitted. See, for example, it rained heavily, the weather get colder, they stayed inside the home. Here there is no conjunction at all. Here the conjunction is just omitted. At that place we can use the semicolon. Okay, students, have you clear where to use the semicolon? Punctuation mark is the colon. See here, this is the symbol of the colon. Okay, a colon is used to introduce an item or a list of items. If you want to introduce an item or a list of items, you have to use the colon. Okay, see, for example, he needs an organizer to note down the following. Here they are given a list of items. So before the list of items, you have to put a colon. Okay, what are the list they are given? Daily expenditure, important dates, and the bank transaction details. Okay, you want to note down these, so before that you have to use the colon. Okay, see the next one, between two independent class where the second class explains or summarizes the first class. So if you are having a two independent classes, that is independent class 1 and independent class 2. So in the second half of the sentence only they will explain or they will give examples or they complete the sentence, okay, of what is explained in the first half. Okay, at that place you have to put a semicolon. Okay, so in the second half of the sentence only they will give a lot of information like explains, they will give examples or they will complete the sentence. Okay, at that place you have to put a semicolon, that only they are saying. Okay, when the second class, that is the second class only they just explains or summarizes, they or just illustrate the first class. Okay, see, for example, Jatan reached office late. It's a independent class 1. And what's the next independent class 2? His car broke down a midway. Okay, so why he is late? In the second half of the sentence only they are given the explanation, right? What explanation? His car broke down. He just giving the explanation. Okay, so at that place you have to put a colon. Okay, in the second half of the sentence only we are just explaining, means you have to put a colon. Okay, students, are you clear with this? Turn to the next page. To separate the hours and the minutes while writing the time. Okay, while writing the time we use the colon to separate the hours and the minutes. See, for example, that is 6:30 a.m. Okay, to separate this is hours and this is minutes. To separate the hours and minute we have to use the colon. Okay, so students, have you clear with the punctuation mark? So what are the punctuation marks we have learned today? That is capital letter, full stop, exclamation mark, question mark, comma, semicolon and colon. And also we have seen the function, okay, in which place we have to use these punctuation marks, like that we have discussed in this class. Now we shall do the book exercise. Now students, see here, circle the words to be capitalized in the following sentences. So in the following sentence you have to circle the words in which we have to write a capital letter, okay, in which are the place you have to write a capital letter, you have to circle the word, okay. Now see here, Tokyo is a capital of Japan. So here Tokyo, here you have to capitalize the letter T. So this should be capitalized, is the capital of Japan. You have to write a Japan in a capital letter only, okay. You have to just in what are the place, if you are having a capital letter, just circle the words, okay. My grandfather reads the Hindu every morning. So in that my, okay, the my, after in that yam should written in a capital letter. Then the Hindu, so newspaper name, no, so for that you have to use a capital letter, okay. The Hindu, okay, you have to write in a capital letter, T as the capital and H as the capital, okay. And the remaining C, D, E, F for the homework for you, okay. See the next one, the second exercise is punctuate the following sentence using a full stop, question mark and exclamation mark, okay. Have to write a full stop, question mark and the exclamation mark for the following sentence, okay. Shall we go to the museum on Sunday? So it is a question format, so you have to put a question mark, okay. Then next one, alas, I cannot participate in the competition this year. So here, so after the interjection you have to use the exclamation mark. So here what's the interjection here? That is alas. So after the interjection you have to put the exclamation mark. Alas, I could not participate in the competition this year. At the end of the sentence you have to put a full stop, okay. And the remaining things you have to do as the homework in this second exercise. Now see the third exercise, punctuate the following sentence, okay. So Sudhir complete his schooling from Dehradun, Uttarakhand. So here Sudhir, it should come at the capital letter, no, now corrected Sudhir, yes. Then completed his schooling from Dehradun, Uttarakhand. You have to write in a capital letter only, Dehradun, okay, and Uttarakhand. You have to write in a capital letter, and you have to put a comma in between Dehradun and in Uttarakhand you have to put a comma. So it is name of a city and the state it belongs to. For that you have to put a comma, okay. See the next one, and also you have to put the full stop, okay. At the end of the sentence what you have to do? You have to keep the full stop. See the next one, my birthday is on December 21, 2008. So you have to put, after December 21 you have to put a comma, okay. Next you have to keep the full stop. See the next one, yes, this is a boy, sorry, yes, this is the bag I bought yesterday. So in that, after yes you have to put a comma, okay. Yes, this is the bag I bought yesterday. So here they have already kept the comma, so no problem, okay. So after the word yes you have to put a comma, and the remaining things you have to do as the homework in the third exercise. Now the fourth exercise is, now students see this image, so this is the fourth exercise for you. Take the appropriate punctuation mark, okay. You have to take the correct punctuation mark, okay. The sun was setting, it was getting dark. So it is a semicolon, you have to put a semicolon only, okay. Semicolon. Then B, Rima will be there at 3:25 p.m. You have to put a colon, okay. 3:25, between hours and minutes you have to put a colon. Then C, Suman had salad for lunch, Atul had a burger. So you have to put a semicolon. Then D, I could not study properly, my laptop was creating a lot of trouble. So here you have to put a comma. Then E, the parliament is composed of two houses, okay, the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. So here you have to put a colon. Then see the F1 that you have to do as the homework. Okay, F is the homework for you. You have to tick the correct punctuation mark here. Okay, and the fifth exercise is the homework for you. Fifth exercise is the homework one. Okay, here you have to punctuate the short paragraph on robotics. Okay, see the sixth exercise. Arrange these words or phrases to form as sentences. Use punctuation mark wherever necessary. So here you have to arrange these words, okay, to make a sentence, and also you have to use the punctuation mark wherever necessary. Okay, see the first one. These costlies are very shoes. Now we can just rearrange. Okay, sixth exercise A1. So these shoes are very costly. Okay, these you have to use a capital letter wherever necessary. Okay, these shoes are very costly. Put a full stop here. Okay, see the next one. Gained independence 15 August India on. So the answer is India gained independence on 15th August 1947. So we have rearranged the sentence. Okay, India gained independence on 15th August, put a comma, 1947, full stop. Okay, India gained independence on 15th August, comma, 1947. Okay. Okay, and you have to do C, D, E, F for the homework for you. It is very easy to do. You can do this. Okay. And the seventh exercise is identify the error and rewrite the sentence correctly. One is done for you. So here there is an error in the sentence. You have to identify the error. Next you have to rewrite the sentence correctly. See the first one, an example is given. We had fruits, sprouts, boiled egg and milk. So how we can write? We had fruits, comma, sprouts, comma, boiled egg and milk. Like this only you have to write. Okay. Here there is an error in the punctuation mark. Okay. See the next one. Wow, it feels wonderful to watch the sunset. How we can write? Wow. Wow is the interjunction. So after the interjunction you have to put a exclamation mark. Wow, it feels. You have to put a capital I. Okay. Wow, it feels wonderful to watch the sunset. So after the end of the sentence you have to put a full stop. Okay. Okay. Wow, it feels wonderful to watch the sunset. And the remaining thing you have to do as the homework. Okay. C, D, E, F. Okay. That's all is done. Have to do this as the homework for you. Okay. Okay students, what did we learn today? So we have learned the punctuation mark. Okay, what are the punctuation mark we have learned? That is capital letter, full stop, exclamation mark, question mark, comma, semicolon and colon. We have learned these punctuation mark, and also we have learned the usage and functions of these punctuation marks. And also we are given the recap for you. Just you can see the recap for your reference. So here they are given the punctuation mark, and also the examples is given for you. You can refer to that. Okay. So I have marked some of the things as homework. Do that as homework. Thank you students.